Hi Aquarius, welcome to your July 2022 monthly messages from Spirit reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aquarius. This will not resonate with every Aquarius that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Aquarius, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in Aquarius. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aquarius and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation at best. My intentions for this reading, Aquarius, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of July, to ask what will be happening in July, what will unfold in July, and just any channel messages that you need to hear right now. And this can impact any aspect of your life: love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution. Whatever Spirit would like to bring forward shall be said. And if you have any beings of the light that you would like to welcome into this space, specific angels, ancestors, spirit guides, deities, maybe even passed down loved ones, you're welcome to ask them to join us here now. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit, only for this part, because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants to tell my Aquarians about the month of July, anything that may be happening, unfolding, if it has happened, why. Any just channeled message that Aquarius needs to hear right now, Spirit. What's the first thing you want to tell Aquarius? Okay, your own path. Interesting. Virgo got this card. So if you have Virgo in your chart, dealing with the Virgo in any way, I suggest checking out the Virgo reading to see if there's messages for you there. I'm not surprised to see this for my Aquarians, honestly. You guys are already your own pathfinders. You march to the beat of your own drum. And here's a reminder of who you are, Aquarius. And if there's someone or something that's trying to steer you in a direction, it doesn't feel right for you, it doesn't resonate with your soul, some opportunity presents itself that just, I don't know, isn't rubbing you the right way, I suggest building your own path through it. That, I don't know, some of you may feel like you need like resources from other people, or that you may be kind of compromising a bit of yourself to get the success you think you want in a situation. But Spirit is coming to tell you, Aquarius, anything that is taking away from who you are, anything that's trying to steer you down a course that you know is not meant for you, like I'm seeing a big stop sign from the universe saying, Aquarius, don't go down that path. I don't know, someone just needs to hear that right now. And if it's not so much that, it's, there will be an opportunity for you, Aquarius, to do things your way in July and to make your way, something that best suits you, and to not cater to anyone else's needs. And I'm not saying to be selfish and, to only think of yourself, but I feel this is for the Aquarians that for a bit of time recently, maybe you've been taking other people's opinions too much into consideration than listening to your own intuition. And I feel very much guided to say that, Aquarius, right now is a time to keenly pay attention to your intuition, because something is trying to guide you down your path, the path you're meant to be on. And it's almost as if, like, for some reason you're not going to be able to explain it. There's not going to be physical evidence of it, but your gut feeling has been trying to tell you something about a situation or trying to steer you in a certain direction that you're just going to have to trust, Aquarius, at this time. But what it says is, I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. So yeah, Aquarius, I do feel there's a time for you that's going to happen in July, or may has already happened in July, where I feel that you're standing up for yourself in some way, speaking your truth, and deciding to follow your intuition, to follow the guidance, the intuitive feelings that you've been getting on a certain situation. And although you may, there may be people telling you that that's not the best way, or there may be, some sort of fear around going into the unknown. Again, you don't know why, but there's something that's been calling you. There's something that's been reaching out to you or feeling like you resonate so much with, and you're not going to know, the end expectation, the end solution by tomorrow or by the end of the month. But Spirit already wants to tell you, Aquarius, if this is something that's resonating with you, some sort of call, some sort of direction that you've been wanting to go towards, that is the right call. That is the right path. And it is made specifically for you. So that's why other people may not understand, because they're not living your life. And that's okay, Aquarius. Wow, okay. Let's keep going. Tell me more about July for my Aquarians. Some of you really want to move, or you're thinking of moving. And I think that's a good call. Spirit wants you to know if that's a hunch you've been having. Yeah, that may be something you want to look into, or already start to search houses for, new places for, maybe a new city, maybe a new state, maybe a new country even for some of you. Tell me more about July for Aquarius, Spirit. Tell me about July for Aquarius. Oh, the cards are silent for you, Aquarius. Interesting. I feel like, again, there's just something you feel like you don't have 100% clarity on, but you already know that there's some sort of direction you need to take, some sort of action to move on. And again, like I feel with this silence here, there's something that Spirit wants you to connect with your intuition on even further than just looking up other people's tarot readings, and see if you take the time to kind of explore that side of yourself. What is it telling you? Yeah, here we go, visions. Hello to my psychic Aquarians, my intuitive Aquarians. You're coming through right now. Number 37, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing out of body travel. Whoa, so even with that traveling energy I was getting, it may not even be a physical move. It may be an astral projection that you guys have been experiencing, going through, which is powerful. But yeah, Aquarius, I feel for some of you, maybe you're getting certain visions. Maybe you're having certain dreams that are repeating specifically for a lot of you. And some of you are, you know what this is telling you, but others, you're still trying to figure it out, because some of these visions or the dreams you're having don't make sense. But again, it's Spirit's own unique way of communicating to you, Aquarius. And if it's something that you still can't make sense of, Spirit is saying, then spend more time with me. Work this with me. Like, when I kind of get visions for myself and they're super random, as some of my subscribers may already know, I get some random confirmations. And I sit and I think, okay, what is this trying to tell me? If this is something that's not related to my physical world, is this a metaphor for something? And you have the intuition to figure it out, Aquarius. You have the ability and the gift to decipher what Spirit's trying to tell you. And I feel you guys have the access to the Akashic records. You have access to the spiritual world that is so much more profound than a lot of other people. So it's kind of like, again, Aquarius, these visions that you're getting, these ideas, maybe if they come as ideas, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But with whatever these symbols or repetitive patterns or these visions or dreams or daydreams even are telling you, it's something that Spirit wants you to act on. It's what Spirit is calling you to do. And, you know, with this full moon behind this mermaid here in the picture depicting, it's kind of giving me, you know, maybe something around the full moon in Capricorn that we're experiencing in July is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And it doesn't feel hard and heavy, but it feels like a sudden revelation, a realization, something that has been unclear for a little bit. You're finally going to see the path. You're finally going to see the way and how to do it. I'm almost feeling some Pisces energy here through this card. So I wonder if you have Pisces in your chart or if you're like an Aquarius, Pisces, cusper in any way. But yeah, I feel you guys truly are gifted. And maybe even for some of you with this your own path here, you guys could have a potential in having a career or a business in spirituality. And maybe some of you already do. But there's something that Spirit wants you to pay attention to. And it's kind of similar to almost the June monthly messages reading I did last month for you guys, where it's that same theme is coming in again. So do not ignore your intuition, Aquarius. And don't let, you know, outside factors or other people's opinions or even your mind that may be a little bit anxious or stressed interfere with the messages that you're getting from your intuition. And people often ask me, well, Mermaid, how do I decipher like what messages are from my intuition and what messages are from my ego? And my best way from what I decipher for myself, I sit with whatever feeling I'm getting or whatever, you know, vision I'm seeing, and I'm sitting with it and realizing or trying to decipher how it makes me feel. If it makes me feel anxious, scared, afraid, that's not messages from your intuition. Even if it's a message that you weren't hoping for, it doesn't come in a panic base. It doesn't come in this like all for nothing, you know, kind of thinking or presentation or execution. Even if it's a message that you weren't hoping for me, my intuition still comes from a place of calm, of assurance, of faith. You know, I know that there's a lot of readings out there, and I'm not meaning to judge, so please don't perceive it that way, but there's some that kind of play to our fear. You know, you have to do this now or it will forever, you know, haunt you or whatever. You know, I just never have felt like I resonated with those types of readings or that interpretation for myself because I don't feel that Spirit comes from that place of fear. And so I wonder now if you guys, because you're starting to silence maybe those fears or those doubts, or maybe even if it's being projected onto you and you're empathically picking it up, you're starting to mute it and silence it so you can see the truth for yourself through your intuition, as I would like to reiterate. Again, it's going to be hard to describe. It's nothing that you can sense with your five senses. It's something that you sense with your sixth sense that is coming through the strongest here. And quite honestly, Aquarius, I don't know why I need to say this for some of you, but you really don't have to explain yourselves to people, trying to prove what you feel, trying to prove what you know or feel for yourself to be right, which some of you may feel like you had to be on the defense with certain people. You absolutely don't. And, you know, what your way of doing things is your way of doing things, point blank, period. And, you know, if someone just wants to pick at it for you or argue you or whatever it is that's surrounding you with that energy, don't partake in it. That's going to add to the clouding of what you already know for yourself or what Spirit is trying to guide you to do for yourself. Yeah, your higher self is being enhanced at this time, and the confidence of your higher self is being enhanced at this time. So start to work with your higher self, and I think you're going to start to see the evidence of your intuition being so finely tuned at this time, being so enhanced at this time. It's going to start to, you know, show evidence throughout July, what you sense at first coming from the spiritual realm. Nice. All right, let's keep going. Oh, there you go. Work through your fears with new moon in Scorpio. Okay, yeah, exactly what I've been saying, right? You guys are finally starting to work through the fears and mute those fears. Again, whether it starts within you or it's been projected onto you through, you know, your direct community, the people you surround yourself with, or even through society, right? I think a lot of you are starting to, or already have, started to detach from the news. And I'm not saying it's not important to kind of keep up with what's going on in the world today, but I feel like since the start of the pandemic, and I could be wrong, whatever, and maybe this has been happening for, you know, a longer time than I suspect, but it's almost as if a lot of these articles that are being presented in the news right now are meant to be capturing your attention, again, working through fear, or like these titles are meant to capture your eyes so you could start panicking and worrying. And it's just adding to the profit of someone's pocket, honestly. And I almost just feel like these recent news articles that are coming out, you know, that definitely there's some hard things going on in the world. I'm not denying that, but just the way it's presented, it's like it's not helping solve anything. It's just adding to the fear. It's adding to the anxiety that already the collective is going through. And I feel with this Aquarius, there's something maybe that you've been guided to do that you're afraid to do, because it will bring a lot of change, whether it's quitting that job, ending a relationship, moving to a different city, or to start, you know, if certain people just can't accept you for who you are with your gifts. I resonate with that with, you know, my own spiritual career, my own spiritual path. There are some people who, you know, think I am the weirdest person on earth because I read tarot, or that I do devil work or something like that, whatever it was. And at first it did make me feel sad, and it made me feel scared. Like, what if they're right? But no, my intuition time and time again reassured me that this is your path, Alyssa, Mermaid, specifically for you. This is what you're meant to do. And as I started to listen to that intuition, more and more did those confirmations come through for me. So I feel, Aquarius, this is the time to step away from the fears within or without you, and to start focusing on the intuition. And that's what's leading to another profound enhancement and upgrade to your spirituality, to your awakening, to your interaction and presence with the spiritual world without being afraid of it. And if it's further than that, it's even trusting that intuition, trusting that information, those downloads that come to you, and knowing that those are tools and valuable information on how you can pursue something, or what choice you need to make, or what's your next step, what's your next move here. And I feel, Aquarius, maybe even some people, you know, sense your power in a way, and sense your gifts and sense your presence. And that intimidates them, that frightens them. And even so, that doesn't have to be your story. That doesn't have to be anything that you take on. I feel like some of my Aquarians are just sponges here. You soak up everything. You feel everything. But it's now time to, like, again, what Spirit's saying here, to follow your own path, follow your own calling, and maybe even start to decipher, like, what energy is yours and what energy are you taking on? Especially for my extreme empaths, okay? You know, just by being in the store and feeling someone's negative energy, or witnessing someone being really rude to the cashier clerk, like that for empaths kind of rubs up on us for the rest of the day. And then we kind of are in this negative mood, this bad mood. And it's because we kind of took that on from witnessing that and having such a strong reaction to that. You know, I feel some of you are really working to decipher that as well, of whose energies you really are tuning into and what is your own. I feel for those Aquarians that kind of resonate with that, it's definitely something that I feel you need to prioritize your spiritual cleansing, your energetic cleansing, maybe by smudge sticks, maybe by, you know, little crystals that you can wear that will protect you, smoky quartz, obsidian, black tourmaline, or great cleansing protective stones, anything that your soul resonates with to kind of wear throughout the day, so, you know, you don't take on that negative energy. And so it doesn't cloud your intuition. Let's keep going. Let's see what the tarot has to say. specifically, you know, and again, it's going to be different for each and every one of you, but what is Spirit calling the majority of the collective to do for my Aquarians? It could just be simply living your truth more freely and more openly. Yeah, Two of Wands. Yeah, Aries energy here. Very interesting. I heard when this card turned over, when there's smoke, there's fire. So again, like, I wonder if some of you even have the gift of like premonitions. When you feel something's going to happen and it happens, you know, the gift of foresight for sure for others of you. And it doesn't have to be like predicting world events or anything, but just, you know, your feeling of how something's going to turn out and it does. Or you feeling like, you know, there's just something about this person. They're not showing it to me yet, but I just get this gut feeling that something's not right. And you were right all along, right? Those types of things. But again, with the Two of Wands, there's something, Aquarius, that Spirit's guiding you to act towards, to move towards. Again, you've been seeing the signs. You've been seeing some sort of repetition here. And Spirit's calling you to act on it. I feel for a lot of you, this comes from a passionate place. It comes from a need to, you know, move forward or to make some sort of change in your life. And Spirit's saying, yeah, we're sending you those signs so you could start doing it. So you can start feeling, you know, more confident in the choice to move forward, to move beyond, to take that next step, furthering your career, furthering your, you know, spiritual evolution, and, you know, doing the things you need to do so that process could be sped up a little bit. But it's hard to leave something behind. I get that. And even if you may not be leaving it behind permanently, but just for now, so you can continue on your own unique path of discovery, of evolution, of your journey that's specifically designed and catered for you. This person stands alone in this picture here, right? And that's the choice you have to make, is on your own. And Spirit is trying to build your confidence in doing so. Let's keep going. Two of Pentacles. Now we have two twos here. So 22 may be a master number you've been seeing. 222, February 2nd, February 12th, January 22nd, maybe someone's birthday. But yeah, I feel you guys really do doubt the visions you've been seeing. Doubt the intuitive messages you've been getting. And whether that is from because, you know, what other people tell you is realistic, what other people try to tell you you should do, or whatever the case is, like, it starts to become a struggle within yourself on how to pursue this, how to do this, because Pentacle energy is always tangible. It's always a reflection of, you know, our material world. So maybe it's like, yeah, your gut is telling you your passions are being ignited by knowing what you should do or must do, but then you struggle and how am I going to do it? Okay, if I do leave my job, how can I make up for paying the bills? If I, you know, leave my home and decide to go elsewhere, like, where can I find like a good neighborhood? I don't know that area that well. But Capricorn, or almost called you Capricorn. So some of you could have strong Capricorn in your chart, but Aquarius, you have the resources. And again, one of your biggest resources, one of your biggest tools, your greatest tools is your intuition. And also for some of you too, like, not all, but definitely some, by disconnecting with your own path, by disconnecting with your intuition. Maybe some of you have been trying to do too much for other people, or, you know, have been putting off your calling, have been putting off your need to do what's right for you, to cater to other people, but that's not your load to take on, Aquarius. It isn't. And I even feel for some of you, it's just, you know, this path you're going to go down, it is going to happen. But by distrusting your intuition, distrusting your insight, it's kind of prolonging and delaying when this should have already been started, when this should already be, you know, traveled down. But again, I do feel that block is also necessary so you can get in that process of trusting yourself again, or building that trust with yourself again. Let's get another card. Tell me more about July for Aquarius. The Magician. I love that. Virgo energy, Gemini energy here. Yeah. Aquarius, you're a lot more powerful than you realize. Your intuition is a lot more powerful than you realize. And once you kind of, again, at the end of July, start to go with those feelings, start to go towards that calling, you're going to see how powerful you really are. And even with this, being at the bottom of work through your fears, you're going to see how much more powerful you are than your own fears. You're going to overcome this. And once you kind of like start to realize when, your feelings are acting up your intuition, or your ego is starting to put into play, and start to become aware of that, then there's nothing that's going to stop you. Again, like I've been repeating myself through this whole reading, you have all the tools. The Magician has the cup. The Magician has the sword, the wand, the pentacle. And now it's time to decide what you want to use to pursue that calling, to pursue that intuitive hunch. And you will be successful when you listen to yourself, Aquarius, when you listen to your own desires, when you listen to your own wants. You are the creator of your reality, Aquarius. And, it's almost as if when you stop focusing on the fears, when you stop putting so much energy and time into your fears, you're going to see how quickly your thoughts will manifest, or how quickly the things that you have been wanting for yourself but have been blocked due to your uncertainty, how quickly they start to come into your life. And it may start in small steps, but eventually you'll start to master your manifestation. You'll start to master, your gift, your intuitive gift, your psychic gift, whatever this is. And it's going to be the lead proponent in helping you create the life that you want to live. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. Aries energy again. Yeah, your ships are coming in, Aquarius. It's almost as if Spirit's asking, what do you want? What do you desire? Sit with yourself with that and feel it out. What is in your greatest intentions? What is something that feels so strongly in your soul? And why do you feel so drawn to it? These are important questions to ask, especially when you're about to make such a big decision, or you're about to leave something behind. Anything that is part of your path that is in good vibration, that is meant to be, will manifest. And maybe some of you are just learning how to trust your thoughts, trust your feelings, and how to get that to manifest into 3D. And even for others of you, I don't feel like nothing has manifested for you before. I feel some of you have had evidence of your manifestation gifts, of, putting your thoughts and your effort, using it as a collaboration to receive what it is that you want to receive, to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. And Spirit is also kind of coming in to remind you of the times you have done that for yourself, Aquarius. And this time is no different. You still have so much more to succeed and to pursue. So, again, don't ignore the calling. Don't ignore what your visions, the sign Spirit has been sending you, or what you've been kind of feeling for yourself is the right time, because now is the time. There's no more delay. What you've been wanting to act on is starting to open up at its prime time right now in July, Aquarius. So take that action, make those steps, and you're going to start to see how powerful you really are with the Magician. All right, Aquarius, so let's go ahead and get one more card. And this will be a little message from our angels, little reminders, little last minute advice, anything else we need to hear to wrap this amazing reading up for my Aquarians in July. Oh my goodness, okay. Interesting that we got the Scorpio card, and this is the card that Scorpio received in their own reading. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, check out the Scorpio reading to see if there's messages for you there. And it says, like an eagle, it is your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fall. So yeah, Aquarius, you again with the eagle, it's a totem animal for me of mastery. You're mastering something in your life. You're starting to walk on your own 2 feet again. You're starting to trust your intuitive nudges, and it's going to guide you throughout the rest of your way, throughout the rest of your path, maybe even throughout the rest of your life. And that, again, doesn't go to say that, you know, the facts are facts at times, yes, but your intuition is so strong that for most of the time, even if people don't see what you're seeing, don't feel what you feel, you know what's right for you. You know what's best for you. And that's what this, you know, card here is confirming, that do not fear. You will not fall. You will be guided every step of the way. So what are you waiting for, Aquarius? Great reading. Thank you so, so much for joining me here. I really hope that this reading has given you the insight, clarity, healing, guidance that you may be seeking for July, anything that could tell you about what's happening in July and what to do. So if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aquarius, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aquarius.